Oh my. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I think we're live. Hi, everybody. This is Stephanie of Stephanie Stitches. Welcome to my channel. This is Saturdays with Steph, where we go live at 5 and we sew something or just chat and spend some time together or whatever on Saturday evenings. Today, I have my daughter with me, Sara.
Hello.
I'm so excited to have her here to work on these vinyl project bags. And we're going to get started real soon. I'm going to check out the chat and see who's here. You want to look at everybody because I got to turn my head to look at the chat. If you guys can hear us, if you could give us a quick thumbs up and let us know, because we were getting an echo, so I had to try a couple different things. So hopefully you can hear us. Let's see. See what they say. Nobody's saying they can't hear us yet, but nobody said they could either. So
Okay, that's good.
hopefully they can hear us. Okay, awesome. Colleen said she gave us 3 thumbs up, so she can hear us. Nancy's got a thumbs up. Okay, great. Okay, I'm glad you guys could hear us because it was a little difficult getting 2 mics set up and we were getting a pretty bad echo. So we turned one off and hopefully it's going to pick up both of us. Bear with me tonight as we go. So today we're going to make vinyl project bags. I'm really excited to get started. All the fabric requirements are below in the description box. But I wanted to tell you guys real quick before we got started about our quilting retreats. You guys all know, most of you, about our Together We Sew quilt retreats with Yvette and I. And today we got Florida up. So Florida's live and ready to go. And there's a link to get to our website down below in the description box for the retreats. And you can go and find the Florida one and you'll see all the information. If you decide to attend Florida, once you sign up with us, then I will send you an email link to sign up for the hotel reservation. So don't go ahead and call the hotel or anything like that, or go online because we've got a special rate and you'll have to go through our link to get all registered. Well, you don't have to. You can go through the hotel directly, but you won't get the rate that you would prefer. So, because we can negotiate a much cheaper rate. So if you're interested in the Florida retreat, check that out. It's live now on Together We Sew Quilts, quiltingretreats.com. Like I said, the link is in the description box below. Oh, thank you. Diane 57 said you're beautiful.
Thank you.
She is beautiful inside more than she is outside, and she's beautiful outside too. So she's a real good kid. I'm real proud of her. And I'm especially proud of her because it's been a rough week. She had dance Wednesday night, and then Thursday and Friday, she had dress rehearsal, and we were there for several hours, and it's an hour drive there and an hour drive home. And today she had off, so she got to sleep in a bit. And tomorrow is her recital, and I'm super excited. I can't wait to see her dance. I saw her at the dress rehearsal, and she just looked like an angel. So I'm super proud of her. Bragging on my daughter a little bit today. But all right, so grab all your supplies and let's get started with the project. Now I'm going to move my camera, so just look at the beautiful girl over there while I do that. You're not going to see my face, you're going to see Sara's face. I don't have a camera that I can do both. On this side, she's got my second camera so you guys can see her. So I'm just going to put it down so you can see what I'm doing. But you'll see all of her the way she is now. So I'm going to go ahead and move that so that way we can get started. Don't get seasick, guys. Okay, I think that should do it. So you're going to want to grab your 2 fat quarters and your, if you use batting or if you use soft and stable. And I used 505 spray. You can use a spray, you can use whatever you want to stick the 2 pieces together, but you're going to take your 2 fat quarters and put them on the back and the front and sandwich your bag parts right here with your batting or your foam or whatever you used. And after you've got those sandwiched, we did this ahead of time, Sarah and I both, because we didn't want to spray it in this area. We wanted to spray it kind of where it was more ventilated and where we wouldn't get spray on our machines and things like that. So we did that ahead of time. And then to get Sarah started a little bit, we already went ahead and she quilted hers. So I'm going to quilt mine now. Now you can quilt this any way you want. You can, she just did straight lines. I'm doing like a crosshatch design. So we're going to go ahead and do that first, and then we'll work on the pieces for the front of the bag. So I used my friction pen to draw lines. Let me see. I can show you guys. And you can see the lines on my bag. So I'm just going to stitch on those lines now to do my quilting. And Sarah's ironing her binding over there.
Yeah, plus I'll probably have to keep up with my mom.
She was afraid she wouldn't be able to keep up with me, so she did a few steps ahead, but that's all right. Hello, everybody. I see everybody's name coming in. Your wee little bitty on my screen because I had to put my screen way on the other side. So Sarah could sew with us. So I can't see everybody's name, but I do see everybody rolling in saying hi. So yeah. Thank you all for coming tonight. It's good to see everybody. So if you're not sewing this along with us, what are you guys working on tonight? You can kind of see the chat a little far away.
Pretty little.
Thank you, Teresa. Louise. Teresa is here. She said supply list for the project is in the description box below. Yes. The first thing you need is 2 fat quarters and your batting or flex foam, whatever you want to put in your project bag. The foam makes it a little stiffer and more stable, but if I like to use the batting because then if I want to later on, I can roll up my project bag and put it away for storage. And I can use up some of those batting scraps from quilting. So Lori Miller said, I'm having company tonight, going to hold my porch couch down. Marla said, I'm still cutting dotty blocks. Oh my word, what a chore. Yeah, the cutting takes a while, but Marla, after you get the cutting done, the blocks go together really fast. So you'll be happy when we start sewing the block that the cutting's all done. Finishing kit for the summer song block of the month. Awesome. Mary Jane said, I'm just watching, but I was working on my piece Sing It Real block of the month. Awesome. And Sarah and I both used friction pens to mark this. You can use whatever your favorite marking tool is. Sarah, while you're ironing over there, honey, you might want to go ahead and iron your lines off of your bag.
Oh.
Okay. Oh no, Tammy G said you're keeping me distracted from the pain of broken arm. Can't sew or anything. Oh no, that was terrible. What would mommy do if she couldn't sew? Probably Probably be really sad, huh? Math Geek said, I'm playing a video game while listening. Awesome. Oh, cool. Brenda said she's making a table runner from GE Designs at the Lake Fabric. Oh, I bet that's pretty. Teresa, are you saying use fabric instead of vinyl? Because you sure could. You would just have one solid piece of fabric instead of where the vinyl goes. You just have to figure out those calculations yourself if that's what you mean. Hi, MJ. She said she's organizing her sewing room after a yard sale. Oh, fabric haul. Cool. Lori Miller said she likes seeing young people learn how to sew.
Thank you.
I like when she sews with me. I love it.
I prefer to do non-electronic things. Most kids these days just like to be on their electronics.
Yeah. Yeah, Sarah's a big animal lover and she's a reader and she likes to do crafts more than any kind of electronic thing. So
My favorite thing is probably drawing. I love to draw.
yep. Sure, Teresa. Yeah, you could just replace the piece of vinyl with a piece of fabric if you all don't have vinyl. That would work.
Okay, finally finished my binding.
There you go. Teresa loves to draw too, she said. Teresa can also paint really well too. Teresa, she's much more talented than I am. Her artistic ability is amazing. My stick people look really nice. Thank you. That's about the extent of my drawing ability, so is stick people.
Yeah, I'm not very good at drawing people. I can draw plants and animals.
You're really good at animals, yeah. Thank you, Angela. She said our fabric would look really good. Sarah loves flowers, so she picked some fabric from Love Note. And of course, me with my blues, I picked some Sea and Me with the aquas. That's actually probably one of the things that you like to draw is flowers a lot.
Yeah, I'm also pretty good at birds. I can draw birds. I got she might.
you're ahead of mama. Oh, I think she will. She said she hopes you keep that.
Yeah, I want to get back to painting.
Hey, Shirley. Hey, Nancy Gus. Oh, thank you. Watch me do it. Said, great job sewing. Long time watcher, first time commenting. My 12-year-old sews also, and I'm a homeschool mom of 5. Whoa, so she's a lot like us. Sarah's 13, and we have 4 kiddos that we homeschool. Well, 3 boys and Sarah. She considers my husband a boy half the time.
Yeah. But he is a good dad. So
He's an awesome dad. This home reno is ruining my Saturdays with Steph. Just saying a quick hi. Aw. Pamela, I just hope that it goes well for you. All the delays you've had with the cabinets coming in broken and stuff. That's got to be horrible living in that mess. They're redoing their kitchen and it's kind of been a disaster. And it's gonna look beautiful. Can't sew or anything.
that's bad.
Yeah. Miss Teresa wants to know, Sarah, would you like to try art collage quilts?
What's that?
That's like when you make pictures with fabric. You know that one landscape I did with the desert in the desert?
Oh yeah.
And then Teresa's making a picture of her doggy.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I could see you doing that for sure. Yep.
Probably do some kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Now that I'm done with it.
Oh, thanks, Angela. She said she likes the sign behind you. That's what I'm saying, right, Marie? She said, since you like drawing, maybe the starts of a designer, you can design some fabric. I'll make the patterns that go with your fabric, and you design the fabric. That would be fun. Huh?
That would be like something else.
Except they do design fabric, and that I do not want to do. But I do love designing patterns. So you can make all the fabric, and I'll make all the patterns. She could use up my scraps. That is a great plan, Teresa. She said you could use up all my scraps if you make art collage quilts. You could use little bits of scrap and like almost like painting. You can find the right colors. I'll have to show you Teresa's video where she was working on her puppy art collage. So it's really cool. She uses little teeny tiny pieces to make the right colors for the doggy. So. Okay.
Are you done now?
I think I got all the lights. Yep, got them all. Now I just have to iron off all these markings. Iron on. Uh-oh. Oh. How if I had it turned up all the way, huh? It's not as hot as it used to be.
You can borrow mine if you want.
It used to burn my hand. No, it's not real super hot. I think it's starting to die. I've had this iron for quite a while, probably.
Probably like 3.
No, more than that, like 5 years. I noticed it hasn't been getting as hot lately, and it used to get really, really, really hot. So
Well, they're not that
no.
bad. I just stepped on my
Oh, I like how this is coming out. Now the pen lines are coming off.
Next time I will do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first.
Yeah, you did a good job. Yes, you do know how I love scraps, Teresa. Not. So you're right. I could save them for Sarah. That's a great idea. I have been collecting scrap to send out to the Navajo Quilt Project. I talked about that a while ago on my channel. So I've got a whole big old box over in the corner. But I could start saving for Sarah if she gets interested in art collage quilt.
Just have to learn how to do it.
Yeah, I'll show you Teresa's video. It's really cool. You have the same iron, but you like your Panasonic iron better? Yeah. I love this little iron.
Do you ever have a pencil?
I have one, yes. Not my favorite iron, but that's okay. Everybody likes what they like. Okay, so got mine all quilted. And so now I'm going to put this aside and we're going to build the front of this bag. So I'm going to put that part aside for now. And I'm going to grab all my strips. And my zipper.
Oh,
And you'll need your wonder clips. And where did I put my vinyl? That's my vinyl. And your vinyl. I did give my straps away because I didn't want to have to bring them back home, Marla. Okay, so do you want to come around and watch, or do you think you can do it from there? Okay.
because I still have you over here on the screen.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right. So you're gonna take your fabric.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm cutting apart my strips.
Okay, all right. And you're gonna put the pretty side down on your zipper. So you should be looking at the wrong side of the fabric.
Yeah.
And your zipper should be facing up. Is it?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. And then just wonder clip it. I did not change the presser foot for vinyl sewing, Lizette. I know they make a Teflon foot that you can use for vinyl if it sticks. This machine, I have not had a problem with any vinyl sticking. If you do not have a Teflon foot, they're a little bit pricey. You can use tissue paper and put it between the vinyl and your presser foot, and that will take care of the sticking. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Stephanie. Yeah, we don't really use scraps. I love scrap quilts. I've quilted quite a few scrap quilts for other people and they're gorgeous. And I always tell my daughter that. I'm always like, they're so pretty, but I don't know what it is. I can't bring myself to do it. My brain just won't let it happen. Now, Yvette is even more scrap adverse than I am because they were saying Yvette gave away her scraps at the retreat as well.
Yeah.
I will actually use, if the scrap is big enough, I will use it for something else, like small little bags or something, where she's like, after she's made a block or the quilt or whatever it's going, she's like, Chuck it. Hey, Melissa, I didn't see you come in. Okay, so
Yeah, this one.
you got that side all clipped? Okay, so now you're going to put your foot down.
Okay.
Yeah. You're going to put that under your needle or under your, nope, turn around. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry, you were right. I'm looking at you backwards, so it's hard. Put the foot as close to the zipper as you can. Mhm. Without going on the zipper. Okay. So go ahead and sew. Just make sure you turn your slip knife back down if you have it up from quilting sew. And then just sew slowly along the length of the zipper all the way down. Let's see. Or you can put Scotch tape on the bottom of your pressure foot. Yes, you can. Beverly Davis said, I've got a question for everybody. What size needle do you use when you use the glide thread? Are you using glide in a domestic or on a long arm? On a domestic, I wouldn't know how to answer that question because I've never used it on a domestic. On a long arm, I use at 18.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're doing fine. All done?
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so now push that fabric out away from your zipper with the pretty side out and kind of finger press it like this. You sound good?
Okay.
Okay. We're going to finger press it first and then we're going to iron it. You don't want to leave your iron too long on your zipper because you don't want to melt it. We're using polyester zippers. We're using by any zippers. I like their zippers a lot because they have a wider tape. So for things like this, makes it easier to sew. Yeah, I'm doing just really quick, like, okay.
Okay.
All right. And then after we do that, we're going to go back and we're going to top stitch right along the edge where the fabric just meets the zipper. We're going to top stitch there. It'll just make it look a little prettier and help that fabric stay where it's supposed to be. And then when you get done with this one, We're going to do the same thing to the top of the zipper that we just did to the bottom. We're going to put the fabric on, right sides down against the zipper, stitch it on, flip it open, iron it, and then top stitch it. Nancy Guest said, Sarah, you're doing a great job. Oh, thank you, Pamela, for answering that question about the glide. I wasn't sure how to message. Did I say polyester zipper?
Yeah.
It's a nylon zipper. Okay, I know what I'm talking about today.
I do the same thing on the bottom.
Yep, so you're gonna wonder clip again with the pretty side down against the zipper again, and just do the other side. Yep. You got it, baby.
I'm assuming I was supposed to top stitch too, because I did.
Yes.
Okay.
After you ironed it, you top stitch it. Yeah. Good job. You'll be ready for a retreat soon. If you learn how to make these, then I can take you to the retreat and write it off as a business expense because you're teaching.
Or I can just teach how to make a pillow.
There you go. Those are your favorite things.
Get as close to it.
Yep, so you should have another one like attached. Yep, you got it, baby. Oops. Terry said, or Sarah can teach and get paid. Am I in trouble now? Her payment will be her trip.
Yes.
She really wants to go to the Florida retreat with me.
It's around my birthday, so
It's around her birthday, so yeah. Angela, she got most of her fabrics cut for her retreat, but not all of it. She was cutting a lot yesterday, but she had some orders to get done and her swap to get done before she left. So she got a lot of it done, but not all of it. she got in, she made it to Montana, and hopefully she'll have some time where she can get some more done tonight. So that would be a cool gift, Terry said, for you to go to Florida. That would be cool.
That'll be like the best birthday gift ever.
Thank you, Sharon. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I've got the zipper attached to the top and bottom fabric. That's going to go on the top and bottom of the zipper. And the next thing we're going to need to grab is 3 more of the strips. I can't remember if I put 5 or 6 in the fabric requirements. You really needed 5. If I put 6, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Kind of did it in a hurry because we've been at the recital rehearsal so much that everything's kind of been a blur this week. uh, I wonder, Nancy, if it's because you think it's making a different sound because you either hear Sarah's machine or because the sound is feeding through a different mic than I usually have. That could be. And the mic that we're using is actually closer to the motor side of my machine, so that might be what you're hearing. What? Let's see, baby. Oh, very pretty. Yes, you did.
Never sewn with the zipper on.
Yeah.
Do I top stitch this one too?
Thank you, Melissa. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Donna. What, honey?
Do I top stitch this one?
Yep. You're going to want to press that one and top stitch that one too. Yeah, that's probably it, Nancy, because I forgot that the mic, we're using the mic that's on Sarah's camera, and that's actually on that end where the motor is on my machine. So yeah. Oh, thanks, Donna. Sweet of you to say. Mary, the recital is actually tomorrow. She had dress rehearsal Thursday and Friday for quite a long time. What, we were there 5 hours one day and 6 the other,
At least.
something like that. Yeah. The actual recital is tomorrow though. Sara has 1 more week of school. So we're wrapping up the school year, we're wrapping up the dance year, so that'll be fun because then her and I will have lots of time to sew. Yay. Is Sara using the Janome 1600 or the other Janome? Actually, I have 4 Janomes. I've got a 1600, I've got the HD9,
And the manual.
and then I've got the 3160. which are all my machine. The 3160 I used when I was on Donna's channel the other day to do the rope bowl. She's actually got the Janome Magnolia, which was my very, very first sewing machine. When she was interested in sewing, I bought her one of those intro kids sewing machines. It was by Janome, but it was like a $40 or $50 machine. And she used it for a few months and she outgrew it really, really quick. So I gave her my Magnolia to try and she's doing really well on it. And actually she's getting to the point where I think she could use my 3160. So. Thank you, Mary. As a long arm quilter, which way do you prefer the seams to go? Pressed open or to one side? I've done quilts with their pressed open or to one side, and honestly, I've never had a problem. The only problem that I ever see with pressed open quilts is at the borders, they tend to pull apart on the long arm machine. So you might want to back stitch there. But unless you're having your long arm quilter stitch in the ditch, which I don't think you would, because I don't think you'd take your quilt to a long arm quilter just to stitch in the ditch. Then it doesn't really matter. So that's the only time where you might have an issue is if you press open and then stitch in the ditch. Sometimes if you hit the thread just right, it can actually break the threads that you pieced with. But yeah. One tip, if you are somebody who likes to press open, is just lower your stitch length and it should stay together just fine. Donna says, Sarah, you're doing fabulous, and her granddaughter, Bebe, is watching along and learning with you. That's awesome. I don't remember how old she is. Donna, how old is she again? Is she 10, 9? She's a little younger than you, I think, but not super much younger than you. Oh, thanks, Melissa. All done? Okay, grab your vinyl. And this is, you can get vinyl from Joann's, from anywhere. I like the By Annie vinyl because it comes with this white backing on it, which makes it easier to cut. I don't know if you guys are sewing along, if you've cut vinyl that doesn't have this on it, it can be really, really hard to see under your rulers. So I like that By Annie puts this on there. So I kind of just leave it on there until I'm ready to sew my vinyl. So I'm going to take this off now. So just peel that off, toss it away. But I do like the Joann's vinyl too. They make pretty good vinyl. She is 10. Okay. I thought she was a couple years younger than Sarah, but not so much younger. So what we're going to do now is that you don't want to use pins on vinyl. So you have to use wonder clips for this.
I don't like using.
Or if you don't have wonder clips, you could probably just hold it there, but that could be a little difficult when vinyl is slippery. So you're going to put your wrong side of your fabric to your vinyl right against the edge, and we're going to clip it all the way down.
Does it matter what side?
Doesn't matter what side, the vinyl's the same either way. I am lucky that my daughter likes to sew, Diane. My grandmother taught me from a really young age, and I enjoyed doing crafty things with her. but she was more of a garment sewer. So like the sewing bug didn't stick with me until I got a little bit older. Although I always liked spending time with her and doing crafts with her. But now I know a lot of people who's tell me all the time, like, oh, I wish my daughter would sew with me. So I never forced her to. She asked, and I showed her a few things and kind of just let her go on her own and see what she liked. And I think you're liking it so far. Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
So put a bunch of winter clips. So I put a bunch all the way down. Okay. So we're going to put that on the one side, and then on the opposite side, you're going to add a strip on the opposite side as well. Okay. I cut the vinyl. I have a thicker one. Thicker is just fine. 16 or 18 gauge if you're at Joann's will work. I don't remember what the By Any one is, but the reason I like it is because, like I said, really the only reason, because I don't feel like it's any better or worse than a Joann's vinyl, is that it comes with that white film, so it's easier to see to cut because I can't see it. Oh, Tamala, get 16 or 18 gauge, either one would work. Whatever you like the feel of better. Some people like it thinner, and some people like it thicker. Welcome, Shirley. Yeah, bobby pins or hair clips would probably work. Melissa said, Sarah is a girl after my own heart. Dump those clips out for easy access. That's right.
It's just so much easier to do that instead of sticking your hand in the
Yep, definitely. Okay, so once you've got these attached to either side, the right sides of the fabric to the vinyl, we're going to stitch a 1/4 inch on either side on the outside of each piece. So just like you're stitching a seam, Sarah, 1/4 inch. Okay. I'm going to keep my stitch length pretty low on this part. And just go slow because you can't seam rip vinyl. Well, you can, but the holes won't go away in vinyl. They will in fabric if you iron them. So if you're new to sewing with vinyl, go nice and slow. Huh?
I've even done wondering.
You're fine. Everything that we're doing is the same process. So once you do one, you'll know how to do the rest. No, Tamala, she hasn't started learning the long arm yet. Tamala asked if you'd started learning the long arm pull.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, not yet. She does help me pick out patterns though. She's really good at picking out patterns for quilts. So I do appreciate that from her. I think it's the artistic side of her.
Is it supposed to be making that sound?
Yours may be sticking a little bit. Mine has a non-stick surface, so just go slow. If it is new, I have to get some paper. If it's sticking, just grab the paper that was up. I think that's too thick.
It's fine. I want to make sure I'm not.
Yeah, just go slow. Go slow. I know that's hard. You like the pedal to the metal like Mama, huh? But even I go slower on vinyl. No, you're supposed to sew a longer edge, that outside edge. It's okay. We can fix that later.
I'll just do this.
Do that side and we'll fix that later. Along the wonder clip then. Okay, so I'm just gonna finger press these. Now vinyl you can't iron, so give it a good finger press. And then we're gonna top stitch like we did when we put the zipper together. No patterns, Anna. This is just, I've made a million of these project bags in the past, so the pattern's in my head. Before I put the stuff in the project box or in the box below, I actually had to really think about what to tell you guys to use because I just have made so many of them that. You're welcome, Teresa. I thought about that you were all by yourself doing them moderating, and I'm like, oh no. So I'm just going back and top stitching here. Okay. Now my fabric overlaps a little bit. You can cut that off if you want, or when we put the next strip on, you can just sew right over it. It doesn't really matter. You're not gonna see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and wonder clip the bottom of the bag piece, right side down on the vinyl and down on these fabrics. I'm gonna wonder clip this across and sew this one on. Catherine, I'm just using a titanium 8012 needle. What, honey? Yeah, that one's good. So finger press that one and then top stitch it, and then I'll help you fix the other one. It'll be fine. Donna's granddaughter said you're doing a good job. Thank you, smiling. on the cheerleading team. Real cute. I'm just going to cut the excess off of these for now. We'll square it up in a minute here. Finger press this one and then top stitch. Then I'll help you in just a second. Okay, so I'll pause there for a minute and I'm going to square these sides up, although it doesn't matter much because once we put this top on the bag, we're going to trim everything down a little bit. So these don't have to be perfect. That's the nice thing about this bag. Gonna trim a little bit off. I love things that don't always have to be perfect. Okay. So this is what you should have so far. So I'm going to pause there and help Sarah out a little bit and catch up with the chat. Anybody's so close on here. Not me. Okay, you want to bring yours over here? Let's see what we got. All right. That's all right. That's all right. So what we can do is take this off and then you can redo it in the same spot because you'll have holes otherwise. So you don't want to move this to the edge. We'll just make yours a little bit smaller. That sound good? Except your stitches are so small. There we go. No, you're fine. Nothing to apologize for. You're learning. So if you make the mistake that Sarah did, which can happen, sew it in the wrong place. Vinyl, once you put holes in it, you really kind of are done with that piece. But instead of ruining the whole piece, we're just going to move hers in a little bit and make her bag a little bit smaller. Ooh, you have a lovely little stitch. Don't apologize. You have to just turn your stitch length up just a touch. Okay.
Okay.
You'll make it work.
So I don't need the black stuff when I'm sewing the other ones, right? Like keep their stitches.
Right. So just replace this one with that one because this one's going to be all frayed. Yeah. 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 No problem. We'll just take this guy off. But see here how like the vinyl's already tearing because it was like stitched there. So that's why, you know what I was saying, like, you can really only sew it once. All right. We'll just cut this piece off.
And then should it be easy to make it smaller?
Oh yeah. Not a problem there. You just won't have as wide of a bag, and that's all right. So then just put your other strip right on the edge here, like you did with that one. You know.
And then
Yep. You got it. Okay. Mary said you're doing a great job. You are. You're doing a great job. Okay, I'll look at the chat for a few minutes while Sarah's fixing that up. All right, let's see. Does anybody have any questions so far? Shirley said, yes, I used to teach sewing clothing. Yes, Shirley is a garment sewer. I totally forgot that, Shirley, but I remember now that you mentioned that. Watch Me Do It said, I only sew my daughter's clothes, wish I had time to sew myself clothes. D, Sandra wants to know how your bags are coming along. D said, I'm learning like Sarah, not bad. I'm going to trim now. Laugh out loud, sweating. Marla is a garment sewer as well. I didn't know that, Marla. Well, you're an amazing quilter too. I've seen your work. My stitch length for the vinyl, the initial stitching, the fabric down onto the vinyl, I used about a 1.8, and then when I did the top stitch, I did a 2.5. Hey, Kim. Angela said, hi, Teresa Louise. I haven't watched your May Sew Sampler unboxing yet. Mine doesn't come until Monday. Oh, I hope yours get there soon, Angela. It was a good box. Do aprons count? Sure, we can count that as clothing. Does Sarah's dad have dark hair? Does Daddy have brown hair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My husband has brown hair. My grandmother was more olive skinned and darker eyes like Sarah. So she's got a lot of my grandmother in her. And my grandmother was really small and tiny and petite like Sarah. So she's got a lot of my grandmother in her. But yeah, my husband has brown hair.
Oh, right.
Sarah and our oldest son, Christopher, have brown hair, although his isn't as brown, dark as yours, but it's brown. And then our youngest son's hair is probably the one that's closest to my color. And then our other son his hair is like the color mine was when I was a kid, really white blonde.
We're down right.
Go ahead. You just try to pull out. Oops. Pull your thread from behind to pull it out from underneath. There you go. Pull that nest out. Yep, that's what you got. You got a nest. And then just cut those threads. There you go. Oh, hey, Lisa Marie. She said, that's like me and my sister. I'm blonde and fair like my mom, and my sister has dark hair and olive skin like my dad. Yet people still think we're twins. Yeah, that's exactly how my sister and I were too, Lisa Marie. Like, she's dark and I'm light skinned and blonde. So yeah. Interesting how that happens in families. Oh, good, Dee. I'm glad you got your fabric. Mary said she made her son some boxers and he wouldn't wear them. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you make pictures of boxers.
Yeah. Kim said she makes clothing a lot for herself and her grandkids, her youngest daughter. She used to make all their clothes, including her husband's and dad's shirts, making some special tops for the youngest now. That's awesome.
Okay, I'm assuming I did it right this time.
Yes, perfect. So then just finger pressed and then top stitch. Okay. Lisa Marie said, I tried making clothes. That's, yeah, I tried making clothes too, Lisa. It did, yeah, no. When Sarah was really little, I used to make her those cute little smock top dresses where the fabric already comes smocked. And then all you have to do is like add straps and sew a seam. That's about the extent of my garment sewing. Quilts fit better. I agree. My parents both had dark hair, dad brown eyes, mom hazel eyes, 6 kids, 4 blonde, blue eyes, 2 dark hair and brown eyes. Aren't genetics funny? Oh, hey, Lori.
Okay, now I did right.
There you go. He said, I'm slowly remembering how to make clothes. It's been about 20 years. Probably been longer than that since I've made any clothing item. Well, no, I mean, I did the little things when Sarah was little, but I don't really count those as clothes.
And then I do the same thing on this side.
On the bottom? Yep. You got it. Dee said her first pair of pants was in home ec class were seersuckers. That's awesome. Oh, that'll be pretty. Watch me do it. Says she's making her 12-year-old a Tula pink dress out of the Tiny Beast collection, the new animal one that came out.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead since you're getting put up.
sorry.
Part here. No, that's okay. All right, so that piece that we already finished, I'm gonna go ahead and add the zipper section to that. So that's gonna go across the top of the vinyl, the side of the vinyl that we haven't done yet. I'm gonna flip that down, and I like my zippers to go from left to right. So if you like it from right to left when you open it, that's fine. Just flip this around. But I'm gonna flip that right down on top there, flip it to my vinyl, and stitch it, just like we did all the rest so far.
And I'm assuming the extra fabric's supposed to overlap.
What's that, honey?
I'm assuming the skin overlap.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll trim it later. Wait, let me see it real quick before you sew it. Yeah, make sure it like goes straight over there.
Okay.
And actually we can cut some of this off to make it a little easier for you. There you go. You're welcome. Make sure you're right on that edge by the wonderful here. Good. I'm not making that mistake again. Okay, you'll have a little bit smaller of a puppy bag, but it's okay. It'll be fine.
I could have done worse. So,
No, you're doing great. Oh, Laura, if you haven't ever used a zipper, if you can, try to get a buy any zipper. I feel like they're really good beginner zippers because the zipper tape is so wide. It makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, this is right sides together. So the right side down onto the vinyl. Yep.
I know I've had to put my protect my times.
I probably knocked it out. I do it all the time by accident. This is a very forgiving project too. So if you've never done a bag before, this is a good one to try to start with. None of this part has to be exact. We're going to tack all this on to the backing that we made, which is larger than all this, and trim it all down. So it's a good project to start with if you've never done zippers or a bag. So I'm just going to finger press this like we did before and also tuck stitch it here. that baby?
I don't think so.
Okay, I can show if you want to come on. Look right here. Okay, so lay your back down like this,
Okay.
and then
Do I want to clip it?
you're gonna want to. Which way do you want the zipper? Do you want to just pull it this way, or do you want to pull it this way? I know you're
that.
left-handed, so you probably like it this way, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just lay this down right here,
Mhm.
right on the edge of the vinyl, just like we did the other ones. Under clip it, and then stitch it all the way across, even across these pieces. Okay. Carrie said, Sarah looks like she has this down very well. Go, Sarah. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, and you can either like visually just mark this. I'm going to mark it with my pen just to show you guys what I'm doing. But normally I would just visualize this. But I'm going to mark like across the zipper right here where I want to put some stitches, because then I'm going to come back and trim this off right past those stitches, but just to keep that zipper shut. I'm going to trim some of this off now. Again, this doesn't have to look pretty or perfect. This is all going to get hidden, and for right now, it's just to hold the zipper on and shut. I'm just going to go across it like 3 times. So now I can come back and trim some of this excess over here off. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but the other side has the pole, so we have to be a little bit more careful. I'll show you when you get there. Oh, I'm just going to toss it. Going to buy those Annie zippers. Yeah, the By Annie zippers. Yeah, these are great zippers. I'm gonna mark this before I unzip it actually. Now make sure before you cut this side and before you sew it shut that your zipper is on the opposite side of where you're sewing it. You don't want to cut your zipper off. Now you can trim some of this off. And then I'm going to put a wonder clip here just for now, just to hold this, since it is a little loose. Now you're going to want to grab the piece that you made earlier, your quilted piece, and decide which side you want to be the inside of your bag. I think I'm going to have the light side, so when there's things inside the bag, I can see them a little bit better, and make this dark the outside. So we're going to lay this right on top. And here's where you can get your pins out as long as you don't put them in your vinyl and pin this on. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can pin this on and sew all the way around, which is the way I'm going to do it, and then trim it off. or you can trim it first with this on top and then wonder clip it and sew it. But I just like doing it this way better. This is why I said like make the piece below bigger. And that's why I said like this doesn't have to be exact, because we're gonna come back and we're gonna trim this bad boy down, and it won't matter if your edges are a little bit not perfectly square. We're gonna get it looking square. You can pin it or you can just wing it. I'm gonna put a couple pins just to hold it so it doesn't shift too much. But it doesn't need a whole lot of pins. I don't love pinning, so I'm not gonna put a ton of pins. Very good. Awesome. So just finger press that and then top stitch. Okay. You over.
Oh,
Can you still see me? Sorry about that. Need more area to work with. Yes, Sarah is using Lila Boutique fabric. All right, how's it going, kiddo?
I did.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so now you're going to, oops, you need to go further out here to the end of this, like all the way off this strip. See what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah, that side's good. See how you went all the way off? All the way off. Okay. So now I'm going to just sew a 1/4 inch in from the edge all the way around my top and attach it to this back piece. Now that I moved my machine so I could do my bag, it's too far away. Yes, this is a big bag, Terry. It'll hold a whole quilts project. But it won't look as big once we trim. Now, when we get to the part by the zipper, I always backstitch over the zipper just to hold that nice in there. Oh, Terry, feel better. You thought it was a small project bag till Sarah held it up. Well, hers is a little smaller than mine. But no, this is a good size bag. You can actually fit literally a whole quilt project. Or a crochet project or whatever you're working on. Hang on just a second, baby. Let's bring it on over. Oh, looks good. Okay, so let me put these on for you. You don't need these anymore. Okay. So now what you need to do. Oh, you can trim these off too. That one needs to be all the way up to the right. See how it's not? Before I trim that. Okay, so with these ones, what you need to do next is sew across your zipper right here. Okay. And then bring your zipper back right here and then sew across here. You're going to wonder clip it there to hold it. Okay. Before you trim anything. And then sew that one piece all the way off to the edge.
This one?
I think it was the one at the bottom. Yeah. Good job. Looking good. Okay. There we go. I sewed all the way around. My zipper is in the right spot, so that's good. So now I'm going to trim again around the edge of where my bag is up against the backing here. We're going to make this thing not look so massive. My iron. So I've got some more cutting space. Move all these things out of the way. So I'm going to put my ruler right on the edge of the fabric. and trim right on the edge. All right. All trimmed. Okay. Let's see what the chat is saying. Lori said your project bags looks easier to put together than some of the patterns. I try to make things easy for myself, mainly. I don't want to do hard stuff. So this is what it comes out looking like. There's only one thing left we have to do is just bind it. So I'll work on that while Sarah's catching up a little bit. But this is my back side. And then this is the front with the vinyl and the inside. So I am loving this so far. And let's see. I'm gonna grab a project over here and show them how much can fit in these bags. It really can fit a lot in them.
While you're over here, how far do I put the zipper over there before it's over? How far do I put it over?
Oh, just put it like to right here. Kind of hold this shut.
Okay.
And then go over this. Back stitch a couple times.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a project that I'm going to be working on coming up soon. The UFO that I've been meaning to get to. But this doesn't have the background fabric yet because I haven't cut it. But as you can see, all I need is my background fabric and my binding fabric. And this is all my fat quarters and the pattern. I'll easily be able to fit a whole project in this. So it is a good size bag. That's what I like about these bags. Keep you very organized. Diane 57 said, it looks great, blonde, Stephanie. Mary said she loves your fabric choice.
Mine?
Yep.
Thank you.
Lori said we both have very cute fabric. Thank you, Kim. Bye, Lisa. Okay, so I've got my binding all prepared. I like to do a 2 1/4 inch binding, but you can do the traditional 2 1/2 or whatever you like. So I'm just going to start down here on the bottom, go all the way around. We said about 2 hours, so we're at 6:35 right now. So about 2 hours.
Okay, so do I pin this down?
Oh, Dee, that works too. She said she didn't realize it needs binding, so she did hers inside out. That's all right. Now you don't have to bind, so you're actually a step ahead of us. Was that, honey?
Do you like this extra stuff?
Have you already sewn the zipper so it doesn't? Yep, go ahead. And your zipper is inside of the where you sewed, right? Before you trim? Yep, perfect. If any of you are making this, I know Dee's making one. I'd love it if you post it on Facebook or Instagram, whatever you have. If you've got one of those, so we can see yours. MJ said, back again. I was temporarily buried under a mountain of fabric. I see the project is coming along nicely. Doing great, Sarah. Oh, Nancy, I hope your sugar gets back in line. Oh, thank you guys for saying thumbs up. I appreciate that. Oh, very good, Sarah. Okay, so now take your backing piece or inside piece and backing piece, lay it on your table and lay that on top and pin, but only in the fabric part, not on the vinyl. You need pins?
Yeah, I don't. Yes, you're welcome.
get that Elmer's glue earlier?
It's over.
Okay.
Wait, do I just pin on the sides and the bottom?
Along the top, sides, and bottom, like all the way around, but you don't have to put that many pins. Like I put one on each corner and like one kind of in the middle. Kind of trying to hold it so it doesn't shift when you sew. Oops, I think I just lost Bob and Chicken. Throwing my machine around. Sure did.
That would give me a chance.
Not a race, I promise.
I can always
You're
finish
doing
up.
really good. You're not that far behind me. You're keeping up really well.
And I can always finish when, well, if I have any left. Now I'll use them. Just poke my finger.
Oh no, you are. You have to get vinyl to make that. You have any for your step. Yeah, you can find this at any Joann's. I think even Michael's carries vinyl. I don't know anything about their vinyl, but Colleen said it's sweet watching Sarah with you. She's doing fabulous. You're doing a great job.
And then I just start sewing anywhere.
Anywhere you want, just sew. Bring it over here. I'll show you really quick. Yep. You'll just sew right on the edge here, 1/4 inch in, all the way around. Okay.
And then I trim it all off.
Yep. Well, all the extra.
Yeah, not all of it.
Not all the stuff you sewed, yeah. That would be kind of bad.
Yeah.
All right. Stop right there. Put my binding together.
I don't think I've ever sewed this many layers. Do I also sew over the zipper?
How slow would you sew over the zipper? You don't break your needle. Your machine is not quite as heavy duty as Mommy's.
Yeah.
bring my iron back. Iron my binding over. Be careful not to touch that vinyl.
On my side.
Hmm?
On my last side.
Yay. Carrie said your bag is pretty, Sarah. You're doing great.
Thank you. What's that?
Oh, that's really pretty.
Did I do right?
Yep. So now you're just gonna trim all along that outside edge. Don't cut your your thread that you just stitched down with. Just trim right up against that fabric.
Got it.
And take all that extra off. You have a ruler?
This is one of the ones that has the grippy stuff.
Because you're left-handed, start on the other side.
Wait, like this?
Pull your bag over this way. And go on the outside. And then just keep turning your bag so your ruler and your line are all on the outside.
All right.
I always forget because I'm right-handed to say that. You need this pattern out of your head, out of my head, and into onto paper. Melissa said that's the first time I've seen a project that really used the little iron. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use the big iron with this because you can't. You'd burn your or melt your vinyl. Oh my goodness, Louise. Hope you feel better soon. That's good to hear, Nancy. Oh, hobby always has vinyl by the yard too. Okay.
Full side.
Hmm. I think I'm banned from Hobby Lobby because of so much money there.
But it's such a good store.
It is a good store. Oh, and Jill said she was one of those lefties who drove her teachers crazy too. Yeah, don't try to make her do stuff right-handed though. She wants to do it lefty, it doesn't work. It's just hard for me to teach her sometimes because I gotta think the other way.
I don't know how you think right. It's weird.
I think it'd be a pretty boring world if everybody was exactly the same.
I don't think I could ever be able. I can hold a pencil. I can't hold a pencil that way.
Back in the day though, the teachers made lefties try to write with their right hands.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be
They wouldn't let them use their left hand even though that they were left-handed. I'm trying not to watch Sara cut. Nancy said Sara looks like a dark-headed super Steph. We do look a lot alike, except she's much prettier.
Oh. I think I have to re-sew it.
It's okay though because you'll catch it in your binding. No problem.
Oh, so I can leave it like that?
Yep. You're fine.
Did I do it right there?
Yep. Good job. Oh, that was silly. Oh, put the lid on and I need to put I'm gonna have to take clips off. You're getting there, baby girl.
I'm trying to catch up.
You don't need to catch me. You just need to do it at your pace and get it done. What, honey?
You do the binding now?
Yep. You do the binding. Remember how I showed you or do you need to show you?
No, okay.
So you're going to put the raw edges towards the bottom.
The raw edges?
Mhm.
Like this?
Oh, come here. Show. Okay. Put the raw edges down towards the bottom.
Oh, okay.
Down here. And then you're going to sew all the way around. But when you get to the edge, let me help you. You got to make a lighter quarter. Okay?
Do I have to watch it?
You can, or you can just sew it. You think you can hold it, but if not, then go ahead and work it.
I will try.
Oh, Dee said they made her use her right hand, but she persisted with her left hand.
So it should be like this when I do it.
but don't start at the very end. Start about halfway down. You're gonna have to join your binding, so you need some space to join your binding.
All right.
Make sense? Yeah. Maybe we can go like 2/3 of the way down.
I don't go all the way to the end.
When you get to the end, I'm going to help you keep them lighter. The corners. You've never done that before. I'm going to come read through in the chat while I'm finishing, and then we'll finish yours. The binding off. Okay.
Alrighty.
You go. Yeah. Okay. Oops, sorry. It's okay. I was sliding anyway. Stout and Sure. Yep.
Sarah has a great teacher.
Mhm.
You are a great teacher.
Thank you. You do you, and you have a good student.
Practically creative says I can't even feed myself. I can't.
I knew I missed it there. I thought I shift a little bit. I'm going to take the Wonder Clip off. Go ahead, keep reading.
Annie G. In the beginning.
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
I could imagine. Laura Levy.
Mhm.
I think it's so amazing that you two sewed together.
Oh, thanks, Laura.
Practically creative says Tiffany is ambidextrous, so is April's story. I wish I had that too.
Mm,
That would be awesome.
yeah, me too. I can do a couple things with my left hand just because I've had to teach Sarah, and my grandmother was left-handed actually, who taught me how to sew. So I've been told my whole life that I iron left-handed, and I didn't even know that that was a thing. When I was standing at the ironing board, somebody's like, "Why are you ironing left-handed? Are you left-handed?" I'm like, "There's an ironing left-handed." But that's because my grandma's the one who taught me how to iron. So
Nancy Gus says, I think the one Stephanie uses is right and left-handed.
what's that? Rotary cutter?
Iron, I think.
Oh, well, irons are all right or left-handed. I think maybe the rotary cutter. She's talking about this one. The Creative Grids ruler is right or left. You can flip it open either way.
Oh,
isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I like that they included both righties and lefties. So plug my iron so nobody gets burned.
That would be nice.
And then I'm gonna move it, and we'll move the camera up so we can say hello and goodbye to everybody. Okay. All right. You want to go grab yours so you can show how far you've gotten? Sure. Awesome. Although I think they can see it on your sewing machine over there.
Yeah.
But we'll do your binding later. I'm not going to keep you guys too long, but she got almost all the way done. So yay.
I know, I got a lot better than last time we
Yeah,
did.
it's just your binding we need to do. And we'll do that a little bit later. Want to show me what? How far you've gotten? So she's got most of her bag done. Just everybody. She's got most of her bag done. We just got to get her binding on. So looking really pretty. I love the fabrics that she chose. I let her go over to the fabric bolts and kind of pick whatever she wanted. And then if you were to do that fabric, oh, you would have picked this one if I didn't? Okay. And then here's my bag. All done. There's a zipper, so you can fit all kinds of stuff in there. Here's that. And I picked a binding that matched my backing, so that way it would kind of just blend right in. And then if my binding wasn't perfect, you wouldn't really be able to tell. So like I said, I've got to, for this project that I'm going to do with these back quarters, I've got to cut backing fabric yet. But as you can see, it'll easily fit in there and the binding fabric. So this is a really good size bag. I really, really like this bag. It comes together quick and easy. It took us about 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours on here to finish. But if I was doing this by myself, it usually takes me about 45 minutes to an hour. So it's a quick project. It ended up, as I saw some of you asking, 16 by 18 is the size. So really nice, good size. So there it is, all done. Let me go back where we can see the chart. So let's see. What a delightful afternoon. I could have watched 2 more hours. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you. Pretty bags.
Great job, Sarah. Thank you.
Sarah. Yeah. Dealey said, nice, really nice, Sarah and Steph. Love them both. Yeah, I can't wait to see hers all done. I love her colors. They're so pretty. So I'll just show you. Oh yeah, it looks great. I help her get this binding on and hers will be all done and we'll show you guys next time. Love the bag, Sarah and Steph. Thank you, MJ. You guys are awesome. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. It was so fun sewing with you. Thank you for coming on and sewing with Mama.
Thank you.
So the next few days, Shirley said, great job, ladies. They are both beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you again. So the next few days, Monday starts the Fort Worth Fabric Studio. So along. I was getting there. My words just didn't want to come out of my mouth. So that's Monday morning. So that's going to be Monday. And then I have some amazing updates this week to share with you on my UFO challenge. That will probably not come until Wednesday, just because we did have the recital and all this stuff this week. I'm trying to post them on Tuesdays, but I know I'm going to be a day behind between the Fort Worth Fabric Studio, the recital tomorrow, and catching up on orders on Monday. So I will probably not, maybe I'll get a video out on Tuesday, but probably not. It'll probably be Wednesday. But I'm excited to show you guys where I'm at with my mosaic star blocks. So I hope you come back and watch that because I've made quite a bit of progress and I'm super excited to share and show you. And then hopefully I'll be able to tell you what my next UFO so along is going to be, or my next UFO project that I'm going to work on. I've got a ton of UFOs. So the UFO blog has been a great way to push me to finish. And I'm so loving the way the mosaic star quilt is coming. And a lot of you have asked me for a pattern for that. So I am in process of writing a pattern, an official pattern. So you can have all the fabric requirements and things like that if you want to make it too. So yeah, I think that's about all I have. And you have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, it was fun sewing with you.
It was fun sewing with you. Thank you guys for watching and being so kind to us, especially my daughter. I'm Mama Bear with her, so if there was any unkind words, I would not have been too happy, but I really appreciate it. You guys are the sweetest, the best, and I love quilters, and I love this community and being here. I'll see you guys next time on Monday for Fort Worth Fabric Studio for sure, and hopefully Tuesday, maybe Wednesday for my UFO blog update. So take care and have a great week. Bye.